Okay, so France has been offered and has won the 2023 Rugby Union World Cup. This will be the second time the French hosted the tournament. They last hosted in 2007, and that was a brilliant tournament. Thing is, Ireland had a very strong bid. Italy had a bid. South Africa had a bid, and there was on the root mill. It should go to South Africa or Italy or Ireland. Those three were very close. France have got it. I can only assume it's because the infrastructure is in place. They had successful Euros. Most of the stadiums were rebuilt primarily for the 2007 World Cup. So they are rugby union stadiums, basically. They were designed for that tournament. A big issue a lot of people have will be security, considering all the recent political and violence and the terrorism in France. The overlooking of Ireland, it's probably down to the infrastructure. The infrastructure in France is in place. They have a high-speed rail network. They have all the stadiums. They have a wealthier rugby union governing body. And it's a rugby-mad country. Obviously, we've got 6 years to wait till that World Cup. Japan is in 2 years' time. That's what we'll look forward to. I don't think France will have an issue getting ready for it. They will be prepared long before the World Cup comes around. The stadiums are already there. The infrastructure is there. The fan base is already there. So it all bodes well to be a successful tournament. It's just, should it have gone to another nation? Should it have been staged somewhere else? New Zealand have had it twice. Australia have had it. We've had it. And now the French are going to have it for a second time. South Africa have had it. And obviously Japan, the first new nation to have it in 2 years' time. Should it have gone to another nation like the US, for example, if they were to bid? Should they get a World Cup? Because again, they've already got the stadiums in place for this kind of event, and they're big stadiums, and they could, potential big market. But obviously we'll have to wait and see. But they've got the tournament, and it's all about now how the next 6 years go for French rugby on the international stage, how well the team performs, how well French club teams perform on the domestic and in Europe in competition. And obviously the stadiums are in place, the infrastructure's there. It's now down to the French rugby, how well they perform both domestically and abroad. That is now the task, is to get that team winning against all the top nations, top tier regularly. They do that, but they're too inconsistent. They need to get back to the France team of the 90s, which is just full of flair and power. At the moment, they're very... There's issues with the French side. They need to get that flair back, because they are great entertainers when they play like that. When they play the French style, it is mesmerising. The All Blacks hate playing the French in World Cups, apart from the 87 final. They hate playing them. So the premise of this bid is obviously French rugby needs to impress a lot in the next 6 years. I feel sorry for the Irish and the South Africans. I think Ireland would have been a new country to take it to, but at the same time, I would think the US is probably a very good. The US and Canada might, if they come in with a bid for a following World Cup, it should be really strongly considered. I'll be very happy to have a World Cup in America for rugby. I really would. But again, it's coming down to time zones. The two big rugby markets are Europe, South Africa, obviously, on that time zone, and Australia and New Zealand on that time zone. Argentina is the only big rugby market outside of that, which is 5-6 hours behind. So it's all to do with the TV revenue and TV markets. But at the same time, it's a growing sport in the US and Canada. Canada, it's quite a well-supported sport. US, it's growing. That would have been a better bet for me. But it's gone to France, so we have to obviously accept that. There have been a few issues with the Japanese build-up to their World Cup in 2 years' time. So hopefully the French learn from those mistakes. They've already got the stadiums in place and infrastructure, as I said, so it shouldn't be too difficult to host it. They can just basically put Rugby World Cup 2023, a couple of mascots, a couple of funky things, and just get on with the game. Simple. That's all they really need to do, is just let the rugby do the talking. But a lot can happen in 6 years, so watch this space. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll have another video for you later today.